Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. Joining us now is Mike Haney. He is the Executive Director of the Institute of Veterans and Military Families. He's in Syracuse, New York, and it is Veterans Day and a great day to celebrate those who are serving and have served. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
We are so excited to hear about the Institute for Veterans. Tell us about that and how your role is.
Sure. So the Institute for Veterans and Military Families was actually created 10 years ago here at Syracuse University. I got out of active duty service. I'm a veteran myself. I served in the Air Force for 14 years. And when I came to Syracuse all the way back in 2006, we started some programs focused on veterans and military family members. That led to, then a few years later, the creation of this institute. So today, the Institute for Veterans and Military Families is a nationally focused academic institute that develops and delivers career training programs, business ownership training programs, credentialing, certification programs for veterans and military family members all over the United States at a very large scale. This year, about 22,000 service members, veterans, military spouses will go through the programs that we offer both residentially and virtually all over the U.S.
I'm curious about the programs. I'm sure you have a lot of programs, but how does a veteran get in touch with you and find out about the programs and what might fit their needs?
Yeah, so the easiest way is to go to the Institute's website, which is ibmf.syr.edu, or just type into the search engine Institute for Veterans and Military Families. On that website is all the information about the programs, how to register. One of the things that I sometimes forget to mention is everything we do at the Institute for veterans and their family members is free. So, from the founding of the Institute 10 years ago, our model has been that, we work with, philanthropy and corporate partners to fund all the work we do such that we can offer all of our programs without any cost whatsoever to veterans and their families. So all the programmatic resources we offer are described and available on that website, to include how people can register and take advantage of them.
How can people access from wherever they live in the country?
Yeah, a lot of what we do, we offer virtually. So, for example, one of our most popular programs is a program called Onward Opportunity. This is a credentialing and certification program. The currency of the labor market today is really certifications and credentials. So we build a program that today offers 50 different labor market connected credentials and certifications in cybersecurity, program management, human resources, communications. But the point is they are all offered both in a residential format on military installations around the country, but also entirely virtually. So it doesn't matter where you live, you can enroll in these programs and take advantage.
I'm curious, is there one particular program or maybe career path that's really surging right now that a lot of people are getting interested, the veterans are interested in?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think our most popular credential that we offer is the PMP certification, Program Management Professional. I think one of the things that is very much aligned with military service is then a transition to the civilian world of work in fields where program management is a highly desired skill. So that is in many cases a seamless transition for a service member to the civilian world of work around program management. So I would, in response to your question, I think that's one of the real hot areas right now.
Well, you have several, like 200,000 service members transitioning out every year who've served the country. What can we do to help?
I think one of the things that as a society, we really have to remind ourselves, and Veterans Day is a good time to remind ourselves that over the past 20 years of war, just about 1/2% of Americans have worn the uniform and shouldered the burden, if you will, of 20 years at war. And from where I sit, I think we all owe those who have raised their hand we have an obligation to them. We have an obligation to get to know who they are, find them in our communities, offer to help and support them when they need it, and also leverage all of the good that comes with integrating a veteran, someone who has that public service, that national service experience into, whether it's your company, whether it's your community, whether it's your school board. It really, in my view, given an all-volunteer model of military service, is an obligation that all of us have to connect with the nation's veterans.
I'm curious too, do you help, I hear a lot, I see commercials for the military, and they're like, join the military, then go to college, and you serve your country. Is it a way, if these people want to go to like Syracuse University or to other universities and get higher education, is that a way to also transition to the universities?
Oh, it absolutely is. I think one of the real benefits of contemporary military service is the modern GI Bill. The modern GI Bill is a very generous educational benefit that essentially will fund a 4-year education at any public institution in the nation and go a very long way towards funding a 4-year education at most private institutions. I think we do have work to do, and I'll be a little bit critical of my own community and what I mean in higher education. I think more of America's colleges and universities have to take meaningful action to open their doors to veterans and military-connected family members. There's more that we can do here. I think one of the things to really realize the full benefit of the GI Bill is we have to signal as a community in higher ed that veterans are welcome on our college campuses, and that's not always the case. So I think there's more to do. That said, the financial barrier for many service members, veterans, is greatly reduced as a consequence of the GI Bill.
Wonderful.
That sounds good. All right, give us your website.
Sure, it's ivmf.syr.edu. Everything you need to know is right there.
Very good. You're very passionate about this. Thank you, Mike Haney, and happy Veterans Day. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.